Well, hello, all my amazing Virgo friends. My name is Libra Empress, and we're going to be discussing your April 23rd tarot. Now, remember that this is a general reading, and this is for yours as well as for my entertainment. And also, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. That way, you'll always be up to date with the content that I produce, and you'll be a part of our family, alright? Now, there are like three things. The first one is I'm sorry I didn't get this out yesterday. It was all my tarot was supposed to be out yesterday, but I got really tired because the night before I was up all night doing all my videos and catching up, and then and it wasn't just horoscopes or tarot, it was also the fact that I was uploading all of my 7 books up onto YouTube so that people who don't want to listen or read my books can listen to it through YouTube. Does that make sense? Plus, my mom's legally blind, so she wanted to hear them, but she can't see them. Does that make sense? Anyway, the second thing is I apologize for the little boy in the background. If he starts screaming at the TV, he's playing Roblox. Third is I already pre-shuffled. I got you out 3 sections. Your past energy card, your present energy card, and your future energy card. And with each card, there are 3 clarifiers, and I have them in order from past to future, okay? What else is there? After the reading, I'm going to jump through and re-clarify everything and, recap and whatnot, right? Now let's get going, shall we? Now, my beautiful Virgos, your first card is the Lovers. Now, romance, sex, and blinded by passion signify this card. Decisions, where do you start? The head or the heart? The Lovers are duality in motion, and you must make up your mind before moving to the next phase, alright? Now, if you, Virgo, decide to overlook that your new lover is one of the undead, don't be surprised when he or she rips your heart out. Now, maybe it's better to leave this relationship behind. It's starting to stink, okay? So maybe, in your past you left someone behind. You were just sick of the shit. I don't know. Maybe there was nothing like concrete holding you together. It was just all fleeting passion, right? It just happens. I mean, especially if you, here's an example. I am an air sign. I am a Libra, a cardinal air sign, and my husband is a Sagittarius. He's fire. So we have a lot of passion in our relationship. Does that make sense? And that's because of our air signs. Fire and air. We piss each other off a lot. Anyway, the first clarifier is the Ace of Wands. This signifies new tasks, motivation, and energy. Now, Virgo, you've got an extra you've got energy and an extra jiggle in your step, and it's got nothing to do with the rapidly decomposing muscles in your leg. Now, the Suit of Wands overflows with creative energy, and if you tap into this new cycle by looking for opportunities in financial or creative endeavors, it will swing your way. This is your chance to shine, alright? Your second clarifier is the Two of Hazards. Now, this card signifies balance, harmony, and juggling responsibilities. Yes, you have been balancing your responsibilities, and it can be exhausting. It's not easy to manage a heavy workload when family members or friends are constantly distracting you. The Two of Hazards cautions you to keep an eye on responsibilities until the cavalry arrives. Don't despair, help is on the way. Now, everybody's pulling you left and right, and you're just trying to get your shit done first, and then you can spend time with them. But with them doing this to you, and you're constantly going, you might actually throw yourself into hermit mode. This is all past energy, right? No, present. No, past. It's past. I'm psyching myself out. Your third clarifier is the Nine of Wands. Now, this signifies completion of tasks, willpower, and persistence. You're the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, yes, you are, Virgo. And don't you damn well forget that. You don't know when to quit. Your steadfast devotion and obsession to completing a task does credit to your the zombie mantra. Of saying brains, but really drawn out, right? While you may be weary at the end of the day, your satisfaction comes from doing a job well done and sucking the eyeballs off of your fingertips. I always think of Robin Hood Men in Tights when the king goes up to talk to his healer, and she's got eyeballs floating in her soup, and she's just obsessing over the sheriff. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good show. It's from the 90s. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Anyway, if you're into that thing. I love comedy. Now, your present energy is the Knight of Wands. This signifies bold, impetuous, and adventurer. Now, the Knight of Wands holds nothing back. He's the first one through the fence, bringing back goodie bags for the slowpokes. His brash behavior may get him into trouble, but he's able to charm himself out of the most shenanigans. He manages to show up at the right place at the right time, so don't hesitate to ask him for favors if you need a little extra something. I don't know, he always looks like Billy the Kid to me. Just reminds me of him. The Old West. Oh. Your first clarifier is the Seven of Swords. Oh, and this is for your current energy right now. You're going through dealing with theft, sabotage, and deception. Now, there is one in every bunch, alright, Virgo? Keep an eye out for the person who has a little too enthusiastic about, fondling the firepower. It's possible he or she's putting his or her own interests ahead of the group's. When confronted with a plan, make sure it's best for everyone involved. If that sounds sketchy, it probably is, alright? Your second clarifier is the Wheel of Fortune. Upright is positive. The other way, I think it's opposite, so I only do it upright because I'm still learning. Now, this card signifies luck, fate, and destiny, alright? Taking the Wheel of Fortune out of a spin may result in more than a little dizziness, sure. Some things are out of your hands, yes, Virgo, they are. But you'd be silly to leave your fate to chance. You control more of your destiny than you think. Opportunities are headed your way. Don't try to fight it, just go with the flow. It's nice, isn't it? Your third clarifier is the Three of Wands. I got it right? Yep, I got it right. I don't know if you can see it. Cooperation, progress, and group effort signify this card. Now, a single zombie is slow, shambling, and often ineffective. But 100 zombies, suddenly you've got a powerful army. It's time to pull the members of your team into a huddle. You're at a great point to start a new venture, alright, Virgo? But resist the temptation to do it alone. Combining resources with others will help you get farther and faster, okay? Now, before we get to future, let me tell you something. The future is not set in stone. You decide where you're going. So you can decide that if you don't like this, and if it doesn't resonate, then, well, if it does resonate, and you feel like you're heading that direction, you have a choice to change it, alright? We are time travelers, but forward time travelers, alright? We can only go forward. And you gotta enjoy the small moments as you're going along. So let's get going on this, right? Because remember, this is a general reading, so that's just how it is. Now, your future energy is the Seven of Wands. Yep, Seven of Wands. Look, he's beating him with a meat bone. This card signifies his challenges, competition, and persistence. Now, Virgo, the Seven of Wands finds you on the defensive. You're holding your ground against the advancing horde and standing up for your own ideas. Challenges help to refine your briefs. I'm thinking of pants. I did laundry earlier. I'm sorry. To refine your beliefs and make them stronger. Now, don't let anyone say that you're not entitled to a fresh cadaver. You've earned this meal, and you should defend it from anyone who might try to steal it. So there you are, beating on people, telling them, stay away, that's mine. Right? It's just a picture. There's no zombies, okay? But I think they're cute too. I like them. Your first clarifier is the Devil card. Now, remember, this is for your future energy. The Devil signifies temptation, excess, and self-destruction. Now, in a world turned upside down, no one will blame you for indulging in a couple of vices. In fact, that's exactly what the Devil wants you to do. Why bother restoring law and order when you can unwind with a few smokes? Why rescue children from orphanage when it's easier to kick back with a pint of whiskey? Well, the answer to the question is the same. Now, it's because, Virgo, you are definitely better than that, alright? Now, your second clarifier is the Justice card. Impartiality, fairness, and equality. I probably said, yeah. This card, what it is it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It takes on an entirely new meaning. And in the midst of human zombie war, thankfully, you can count on justice to right the wrongs, restore harmony, and offer a karmic slap to the back of the head of those who have, that deserve it. Now, fight the fight, but don't be on the other end of that slap, alright? Because karma sucks. But there are two types of karma, right? There's good karma and bad karma. That's just how life is. And if you make a decision, I mean, you're going to have to answer it to the divine later on anyway, because we all know they're going to go through every inch of your life and be like, what the hell were you thinking? And you're going to be like, well, I was thinking it would be funny to tie my siblings' shoelaces together and then scare them awake and then have them rush out of the bedroom wearing shoelaces. And why were they wearing shoelaces asleep? It's because they just took a nap, that's all, okay? But it was funny watching them fall. Didn't you enjoy it? Did you eat popcorn and drinks? Oh, yeah, you did. Just kidding. I come up with a lot of stories. I'm good, huh? That's why I'm a writer. Anyway, your third clarifier for this is the Ace of Cups. This signifies new relationships, beginnings, and emotional journeys. Now, here's to the new beginnings. The Ace of Cups indicates the start of a new relationship. Oh, yes. Now, it could be a new love, or maybe it's friendship with a fellow zombie slayer. Either way, this card encourages you to enjoy the early stages of this new relationship. With zombies all around, you can't take anyone for granted. So, let's recap everything, alright? Now, your past energy, you started off with the Lovers. Very hot and heavy, but you weren't sure that it was going anywhere because, it just was passion, right? You wanted it to go somewhere, but it just didn't seem like it felt like it was just going downhill, right? Your passion was sizzling downward, if that makes sense. But then you got new tasks, motivation and energy, and then you gained harmony and balance, but also were juggling a lot of responsibilities, which means that when you got to the Nine of Wands, you had completed a bunch of tasks, but you had the willpower and you were very persistent. Now, the present energy is that you're feeling bold, impetuous, and as an adventurer, right? But there are people around you who are trying to sabotage you. They're jealous. It's full of deception, and they have stolen from you. I'm sorry, but that's just the case. And it's okay, because you are not being angry back with them. You let it be, and you're moving forward, right? And with doing that and not taking action, and you're stepping into your Empress and Emperor mode, right? You're just like top notch, not putting up with nobody's shit no more. You have stepped into the Wheel of Fortune, where luck and fate, especially destiny, is leading you to something even greater, right? All that success. And with that and the help of friends, you're gaining cooperation, progress, and group effort. But with that stuff, with the success comes challenges, persistent. You're persisting through this, but yet you're dealing with a competition. Now remember, if you have someone who's trying to compete with you, you tell them, no. You shouldn't be competing with me, and I'm not going to be competing with you. What the shit's going to happen is you're going to compete with yourself, and I'm going to compete with myself, because once we compete with ourselves, we can grow, Like, tell yourself, yeah, I'm going to run that mile a day. Fuck everybody else, right? Or, I really want to do something, so I'm going to fucking do it. I've only got one life to live. I got to spend these moments, doing what I love. Not to mention I made that bucket list, so yeah, I'm going to knock that shit off now so I don't have to sit in a wheelchair in the nursing home later and go, oh, I should get to that bucket list, and then the next day I'm dead. You know what I mean? But, you're persistent, right? But then your clarifier for that is the devil, temptation, excess, and self-destruction. Something's trying to keep you from going onward with your journey. And if you let that continue, then you're going to end up meeting the justice system, right? There's no way of overcoming it. As a Libra, I know that justice is very important. You got to keep balance. And if you are, in the right, then that temptation won't get to you, and you will prevail through it, and you will be feeling really good about yourself, and they will get justice handed to them their own way. You don't even have to take a step that way, because karma's going to slap them along with the justice system like that. Now, the third clarifier, this is all future, is new relationships. So you are leaving that old tempestuous relationship in the past, dealing with the bullshit now, and then stepping into the future with the new beginnings and emotional journeys, right? ultimately it's going to end up well for you. It was a roller coaster. My God, you had times where you just wanted to scream and cry into a pillow and throw things, and especially angry cleaning. I don't know if you've ever done that, where you get mad at someone and you just like take up the dishes and you start scrubbing them. And suddenly all the dishes are clean and you're still frustrated and you're like, oh, I'm taking a cold shower. Fuck you later, alligators. Right? You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know, you had a really good reading. There were some, you know, complications, but that's what life's about. I mean, you're going to overcome them. You're going to grow stronger. And those are just lessons. So you're not alone. I love you. Please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. And join me again for the next tarot reading when I do it. Or, you know, tomorrow's daily horoscopes. I do a lot of stuff, alright? And if you want a reading, you know, sometimes I offer free readings if you email me. And then if those offers end, I just charge $5. So I know that sounds a little cheap, like cheapskatey cheap, right? You get what you pay for. But ultimately, I don't think that they should cost a whole lot. I feel like a lot of tarot readers like charge up the yin yang, and it's not fair to the customers because they can't afford that. But I mean, I also understand why the tarot readers do that, because they're trying to live, take care of their families. So it's kind of like it's a cycle, right? So I love you. If you do want a tarot reading, LibraEmpress801@gmail.com. Alright, now I'll see you for tomorrow's daily horoscope. I love you all. Bye.